7 time frame Saturday afternoon. All types of severe weather are possible. The biggest concerns right now are damaging winds and flooding. The patience is wearing thin for Indianapolis FOP President Rick Snyder when it comes to violent crime happening across the capital city.
It's been over 5 years now that we have asked local officials to be willing to do that, and we have consistently been met by silence.
And Snyder holding a press conference on Monument Circle Thursday. He said Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears is just not doing his job. The Indy 10-Point Coalition has been around since the 90s, trying to reduce crime. Indianapolis Reverend Charles Harrison at the head of that coalition, the senior pastor at Barnes United Methodist Church. He said he had a realization recently when talking to his wife.
Maybe the church could do more, and we wanted to do more if we could do more. To try to help out when we were needed.
And he said he will do just that. He'll send about 70 people downtown this Saturday to help IMPD quell trouble before it happens. And you may have heard that Caitlin Clark will miss the WNBA All-Star Weekend. Fans are reacting.
Well, she's one of the main stars. She's the future of the WNBA right now, right? So it does suck for her hometown fan not to be there to support her fans and people like myself who traveled, to come and see her and the other stars play.
And the All-Star Game, Gamebridge Fieldhouse, Saturday night. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
All right, West Siders crash on the exit from southbound 465 to Rockville Road. The ramp is open, but it is partially blocked. And, hey, the south side closure that was supposed to happen on northbound 65 from 465 to the south split, that has been postponed because of the threat of bad weather. So no full closure of northbound 65 on the south side this weekend. As things get updated, we will let you know. Traffic sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Looking for a job in the logistics or supply chain industries? Connect with dozens of local businesses at your Express Employment Professionals location at ExpressPros.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Tony, good morning. Happy Friday. Saw some light showers in and around central Indiana here this morning. Give it another couple hours or so. We'll kick the rain out of here. I think really the rest of the day should be dry and kind of your standard mid-July afternoon, partly cloudy, muggy, and warm, a high of around 85. Feels like temperatures into the low to mid-90s. Tonight, mostly cloudy. I think we'll have a few isolated showers and thunderstorms overnight, a low down to 72. You heard Matt talk about some of those delays and closures because of bad weather this weekend. Storms arriving Saturday, it looks like between 2 and 8 p.m. Could be on the strong to severe side. Also some very heavy rain. Saturday's high around 85. And then Sunday on and off. Showers and storms throughout the day. The potential there for some heavy rain at times. Sunday's highs into the mid-80s.
That right there is Marcus Bailey, Wish TV. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate it as always. Right now, we've got 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07. The rescission package is through the House. It will go to President Trump's desk today, and he will sign it today. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. $9 billion of spending that has been clawed back. If indeed you have Republicans standing on this and saying, well, we saved your money, those Republicans need to get a response, which is, no. You started saving us money. Now you've got a lot more to do. $9 billion in a government conversation of spending isn't even a start. $9 billion is just scratching your butt. There's real money to pull back on, and they should. This is about foreign aid. This is about public broadcasting. Over there at NPR, the CEO of NPR, who does not believe in free speech, Catherine Marr, said that it's a risk to the public safety of the country. No, it's not. Not at all. Not in any way. NPR not getting funding is not a threat to Indianapolis or Indiana. Not a single bit. Compete like the rest of us. I don't think I know anybody who's at NPR. I don't hold an ounce of ill will to anybody who works there. But I have absolutely no interest in giving them a dime. And I don't think we should. I was very happy to see this happen. Same thing is true with PBS. So now that this $9 billion is through, our job is to ensure that whether it's Senator Banks or Senator Young, whether name that Republican, no one says, look at all we're saving you. No. Look at all you started to save. Look at all you started. And by the way, you started really low. $9 billion? Tell me when you get to $900 billion, then we'll start cheering. But you know what? I will give you a round of applause at $210 billion. You only have $201 billion to go. You can find it. Wait. I can find it. No, wait. Elon found it. You want to dismiss what Elon was doing? You want to dismiss Doge as a concept? Nutty. I know we don't talk about it anymore. Oh, Elon and Trump had a fight, and now you can't. Stop it. Good ideas are good ideas, and it's a good one. Keep cutting, keep rescinding, keep pulling back spending that we don't need, and do not stop. At all. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, a new leader at Riley Children's Foundation at 632. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth, my fiduciary advisors. They treated me like family, man. So I entrusted my retirement with them to them, and I'm thrilled, secure, even with my decision. Trajan Wealth's core philosophies, their foundation, is about low expenses, loyalty, smart tax management. These principles set Trajan apart from their competition. I saw the difference, and you will too. Call today and set your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Your first consultation is free, by the way. Maybe you have an old 401k with a previous employer just sitting around and collects dust, does you nothing. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth can make that 401k start making you money again. Call today to learn more, 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. 317-480-4040. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Did you know up to 50% of outdoor water use is wasted? And did you know that there are things you can do to help change that? Indiana American Water suggests that you water early or late in the day to reduce evaporation. Also, be sure to fix any leaks and skip watering when rain is in the forecast. Consider rain barrels, mulch your garden, and use drip irrigation for your plants. Be water wise. Conserve today, sustain tomorrow. Find more conservation tips at Indiana American Water's Wise Water Use Resources at indianaamwater.com.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and nonstop action.
so was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack? Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com. Get ready to hit the links. The golf outing presented by Franciscan Health is almost ready to tee off. Join us Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Course in Franklin. It's more than a round of golf. It's for a great cause. Proceeds benefit the Franciscan Health Foundation. Franciscan Health will host free cancer screenings on site, and you'll also find a silent auction, longest drive competition, and more. Be proactive about your health and get some swings in. It's a great excuse to take a day off work. Sign up now at 1075thefan.com.
Bill Estes Ford is your neighborhood truck dealer. And right now, during the Ford Summer Sales Event, we've got an amazing deal you won't want to miss. 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. That's 3 big zeros, which adds up to 0 excuses not to drive home in a new Ford today. Every day is truck day. Go anywhere, do anything in a new F-150, starting at just $46,295. Bill Estes Ford. Online at BillEstesFord.com.
Stock BFP 250444. OEC. See dealer for details.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's happening?
West side crash on the exit from southbound 465 to Rockville Road. That ramp is open. It is partially blocked, just a little bit slow right now. And that full closure of northbound 65 on the south side, that's been postponed because of the threat of rain. So northbound 65 will stay open this weekend from 465 to the south split. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now with Dream Baths by B. Get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1, plus a free entry door in 24 months, same as cash with 0 interest. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Summer is here, and that means it's time for new flooring in your home. Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering can get your new flooring installed in as little as 2 weeks. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 North Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means getting more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Go to brothers-floorcovering.com. That's brothers-floorcovering.com.
Probe continues. This from the White House counsel's office. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The White House launching an investigation of the auto pen used to put President Biden's signature on pardons and other official documents. It is a scandal. The argument was they talked to President Biden and they said, here's the kind of like parameters we're going to utilize to offer pardons, right? This is what we're going to do and put out there. And Biden supposedly said, great, butter pecan, please. And that was allegedly the answer that the I guess, president gave. I don't know. It was if you're not running the country, are you actually the president? Right? Because if you don't have to be running the country and be the president, producer Carl can be president. And have you met producer Carl? It's not a good idea at all. That might be insane. By the way, Conspiracy Carl, the podcast is out and available. You should get Carl's podcast. It is worth the price of admission. It's on all the podcast platforms. Is it called Conspiracy Carl, or is it called Ernest and Carl Go to Camp?
It's Conspiracy Corner with Carl, all with C's.
Conspiracy Corner with Carl, the 3 C's.
Yes.
Because the 3 Ks was not a good look.
No, exactly.
No. We ran that through the boys in the lab, and they were like, "Hey, we flagged the potential issue. We got a problem right here." So Conspiracy Corner with Carl. Get that podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. Subscribe today. Million subscriber, free bowl of soup. You're welcome. The auto pen is a scandal, as we said, because after they came to this framework of, okay, here are the kind of pardons we're going to give based on these things, they changed the framework without the president. And he never signed any of the pardons. Other people did. He didn't know who was pardoned. He didn't know what they were pardoned for. That seems obvious based on the admission of people like Neera Tanden and others. You also had Joe Biden's number one, Anthony Bernal, longtime progressive activist, called in front of Oversight, House Oversight Committee, led by the Republicans, to answer questions about this, pled the fifth. Start looking into it, and we should ask ourselves what we can do about it. And the answer may very well be nothing. We might not be able to do anything about this. There may be no way to respond to it, to deal with it, to hold people accountable. That's the most evil part. But if you allow evil people to be in positions of power, expect bad things. This is why the constant reminder is Election Day is November 3rd, 2026. Just so we all know. President Trump, after weird accusation, after weird attack on his base and on anybody who wants to know anything about Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, it was weird, it was wrong, it was a mistake, it was tone deaf. He missed every part of this, every single part. Telling the Attorney General Pam Bondi to seek release of the Jeffrey Epstein grand jury transcripts. That took place yesterday. Now, Pam Bondi has said, okay, I'm moving on this. One could argue that Pam Bondi screwed this up from the beginning, going back to the initial release of so-called information. Jeffrey Epstein was the financier. Jeffrey Epstein was connected with Harvard, a lot of rich people, and giving money here and showing up there. And Epstein also allegedly had an island where he was flying people there, and they were trafficking young girls for sex. That Ghislaine Maxwell is in jail. Prince Andrew's life has been ruined. What's going on here? There's a list. Well, there's not actually a list. There are people who have been mentioned in court transcripts who have been on the island, and those names have been redacted. Our argument here has been, we don't care how rich and we don't care how powerful. You're abusing children. We want you in jail, and nothing should stop this. To fail to share this information is to state very clearly there are two Americas, and to state very clearly that some people are just too big to fail. I don't buy into any of that. I go back to the bailouts. You guys didn't know me at the time of the bailouts. The bailouts were insane, 2008, 2009. Too big to fail? No one is too big to fail. Hank Paulson was wrong, and President Bush was wrong. President Bush said, I'm going to go against the free market to save the free market. An insane proposition. There is no too big to fail. There is nobody too powerful to not be in jail if they were abusing kids. No one. And all we want is the information. Promised information from Bondi, people in the FBI, and a guy by the name of Donald John Trump. We want the information. And then he decided to say, you don't need this information. Why do you even want this information? This information is so ridiculous. It's all a Democrat hoax. I don't disagree, sir. The Democrats would want to use this information or any information to go after you. This is kind of what they do. But playing into not sharing the information gave them ammunition. It wasn't those of us saying, hey, promises were made. And the only thing we got were some binders full of nonsense from Pam Bondi in an embarrassing display to so-called influencers. We wanted the information. You doubled down, tripled down on a terrible idea. And to have Caroline Leavitt go out in front of the press and say, people should trust in President Trump. I voted for you 3 times. I'm not sure what else you're looking for. But when you do something wrong, I'm going to say so. And if Caroline Leavitt or you or anybody else has a problem with me, the citizen, saying that ain't right, well, that's nutty. And I'm not listening to you. I need you to listen to me. So now we're going to get this release. I have no idea if this ends the conversation, but you wouldn't have had this level of conversation, this level, without it. Now, some people want to say this is only taking place in social media. That's the only place this conversation is happening. America isn't having this conversation. I have got Shane Gillis having this conversation on the ESPYs, and culturally, a lot of people watch those ESPN awards. Let's not think it's only happening in some corners. That's the desire of some people to stifle conversation. That's very Bill Kristol. Count me out of that. We'll see what the release is. And as for the president's health, this was Caroline Leavitt during the press conference just yesterday.
On another note, I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House Medical Unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function. No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified. Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen.
So, the translation of all that is, he's almost 80. This is what happens. That's the entire story. The way they shared it, I think it was a little surprising to everybody in the room, too. Like, I don't think they were expecting the information and that level of complete. This was the White House saying, we are the fully transparent people, not Joe Biden, which was a very, very good move. The only way you can utilize this information against the president, say, well, you see, he's old. Oh, he can't do the job. Oh, he can't keep up. Can't elect these old people. Joe Biden was healthy as a horse and fit as a fiddle. Donald Trump has some swelling at the ankles, and all of a sudden, he can't do the job. Swelling at the ankles doesn't mean that you can't do the job. Swelling at the ankles means you're Hillary Clinton. Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, crash clear on the west side, southbound 465 to Rockville Road. And northbound 65 on the south side will stay open this weekend. It was scheduled for a closure, a weekend closure for road construction. This is northbound 65, 465 up to the south. But that's staying open because of the threat of nasty weather. We'll keep you up to date on any updates as far as the postponement goes. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code radio for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Campaign finance reports are out. Stephen Whitmer from the Indy Reporter will be with us to tell us who might be trying to buy our politicians.
Join us Friday 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Hi, it's T. Brian Ace here from the Retirement Money Matters Show. It's time for our question and answer show for July, and we have many great questions to answer, including a couple on the new reconciliation bill that was just approved, one on how to apply for Social Security benefits, and several on Roth IRAs and Roth conversions. Find out the answer to these questions and many more on the Retirement Money Matters Show, which airs this Saturday morning at 6 a.m. right here on WIBC.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. A free service providing telecom accessibility, Relay Indiana allows hard of hearing users to have normal phone conversations through specially trained relay operators. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the captioned telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit relayindiana.com now.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The bill heads to the president's desk. You have a cloudy sky but a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis. Showers lingering to the west. It's 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. High of 85 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. A bill to cut about $9 billion in federal spending is headed to the White House after the passing in the House on Thursday night.
The bill passed largely along party lines. Two House Republicans voted against it. Representatives Mike Turner from Ohio and Brian Fitzpatrick from Pennsylvania. The bill claws back money, more than $1 billion in public broadcasting, $135 million for the World Health Organization.
And that's Fox's Madeline Rivera reporting from the White House.
The bill formalizes some of the cuts that DOJ made earlier this year. Democrats, though, argue the bill threatens lives around the world, cutting foreign aid. They also say it amounts to a geopolitical win for China and Russia, which they say will fill the void.
And the Dems also say that the bill gives away Congress's power to decide how money is spent. Forecasters say a rare, weak tornado touched down in southern Indiana's Jackson County on Wednesday morning. It was caught on social media. Forecasters are labeling it as an EFU, indicating that it had an unknown maximum wind speed. A new series on Fox puts people's business ideas to the test. Here's Fox's Michelle Polino.
In the new Fox reality series, The Fixer, entrepreneur and investor Marcus Lemonis puts his money and his 3 P's philosophy, people, process, and product, to work. Each episode features Lemonis meeting with struggling business owners at a crossroads after assessing their potential. He chooses one company to invest in if they can prove they're ready to change.
But I'm not a consultant. I'm a capitalist. This is $5,000. Always looking for ways to make money.
That's why we want you to work with us, because we're bad at math.
That's a terrible reason.
It's a behind-the-scenes journey through high-stakes decisions, tough lessons, and real transformation. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Cincinnati Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. The Pike County Economic Development Corporation has completed an updated housing study fueled by the need to drive economic development and grow population. The study finds that by 2028, the regional demand in a 30-mile radius of the I-69 interchange includes the need for 285 new single-family homes and 190 new multifamily units in the county. Pike County Economic Development Corporation Executive Director Ashley Willis.
Knowing that our population since the 1960s has been pretty well stagnant around 12,000 in population, and then if we don't start taking action, that we're about to dip under that 12,000 if we don't implement a housing strategy.
Riley Children's Foundation has named local philanthropic leader Courtney Roberts as its new president and CEO. Roberts, an Indiana native, most recently served as president of the Ivy Tech Foundation and previously worked as executive director of the Lilly Foundation. She begins her new role as Riley is in the midst of its largest capital campaign ever. Indiana University Health this week held a topping out ceremony to place the final steel beam on its $421 million hospital in Fort Wayne. Construction on the hospital began last September, and when complete, the facility will employ about 500 people. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar. Because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Nonprofit and city leaders in Terre Haute are sounding alarm bells about the impending closure of a local community center due to federal funding cuts. The 14th and Chestnut Community Center has been operating for 25 years, providing after-school care and summer programming. But now the nonprofit says it will be forced to close due to the cancellation of a 21st Century Community Learning Centers grant. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, ugly crash on the south side. It's westbound 465 before Man Road. 2 left lanes are blocked. Traffic is slow back to I-69 on the south side. This is a 5-minute delay. Northbound 65, south side slow. Raymond Street up to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Ingledow Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledow Tree Experts keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports, and that Caitlin Clark story is a killer, Ryan Hedrick.
Yeah, it certainly is, Tony. We are going to start off in Las Vegas, though, with the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks.
3-ball, deep one, nothing but net for Cam Jones.
NBA TV Cam Jones, drafted by the Spurs, traded to the Pacers, scored 21 points and dished out 11 assists in the Pacers' 91-88 win over the Knicks. The Pacers will wrap up Summer League play tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans. As Tony Katz alluded to, Caitlin Clark is done for the WNBA All-Star Weekend as she deals with a groin injury. Aaliyah Boston making her third appearance in the All-Star game, talking about what it means to play with Caitlin Clark.
Honestly, I think our connection just grew over time, especially from last year to this year. I know exactly where she wants the ball, where I need to be for her passes, and I think we just make it work.
And Caitlin Clark issued a statement saying the most important thing is her health. The WNBA All-Star game played Saturday night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
From marshmallow festivals to fireworks on the shore. No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. During Hubler's Freedom to Drive, shop any of our 13 locations. and choose from Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and more. Over 2,000 vehicles. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles during our Freedom to Drive. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
From storm damage to deep root care, Eagle Dial Tree experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit EagleDialTreeExperts.com.
Reach your fitness goals in 2025 with a 20-minute once-a-week program at Exercise Inc. 5 locations now in Fishers. Visit ExerciseInc.com.
This cheater story is really unbelievable. You've seen the video by now. It's a Coldplay concert, and there's a couple like they do like a kind of like a kiss cam kind of thing, and they go around. They're showing people in the crowd, and there's this couple, and she's standing there, and the guy is behind her, arms around her, and the camera comes to them. And the look of fear when they realize they're on the Jumbotron. The flat-out fear, like, well, my life's over. And even Chris Martin, Coldplay's like, what is going on here? He's like, well, they're having an affair. They're very shy. It was an affair between the CEO of a company called Astronomer and the head of HR, Tony Katz. Oh, my gosh. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Hey, it's a private matter, and who are you to be talking about it? If it was a private matter, you go to a Motel 6. You went to a Coldplay concert. You went where there are tens of thousands of people. Don't tell me it's private anymore. The look of fear is amazing. She turns around. He quite literally drops to the floor to hide himself. But it's too late. Everybody sees this. You learn that he is the CEO of this group, this company called Astronomer, which I don't know anything about. She is the chief people officer, and based on being caught there on video, she's doing a fantastic job. At least one people was very happy. He has now put out an apology. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Was it supposed to be a night of music and joy? Or was it a night of telling your wife you had to work late? Which one was it? Which one was it? Music and joy. Is that what you call it? Some people call it slap and tickle. I don't know. So I'm asking. Maybe it's just the words he uses. I sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me. And then it ends with, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you, which is a lyric from Coldplay. Listen, his life, he has to deal with it. He put himself in the public place. That's his fault and his fault alone. This wasn't somebody tailing them and getting a photo and breaking into his house and invading privacy. They said privacy schmivacy, and they went out and did this. But when the HR team, which Lord only knows how many lectures people in that company had about how to deal with your superior and how to talk to people and what's considered harassment and what's considered bigotry and what's improper. You know, the CEO of XXXY Athletics, she was right. Do away with HR departments. They're ridiculous. and very few of them go to Coldplay shows. Maybe more of them did. Then again, am I the only person not into Coldplay? That must be it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text ROCKY to 369369. That's ROCKY to 369369. ROCKY to 369369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You want to feel nice and cool in your house, which has been impossible lately because of all this heat and all this oppressive humidity. The answer is Masters Heating and Cooling. They have got you covered. Masters Heating and Cooling takes care of my home, takes care of my family, and they have been cool and comfortable all summer, and they're going to be nice and warm all winter. Right now, Masters Heating and Cooling offering $1,000 off a new AC system, a full system replacement, and they have got 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchases. Restrictions apply. Call for details. David, the entire team over at Masters Heating and Cooling do incredible work. They're going to do great work for you, and they've got 24/7 service. So no matter what's going on, anytime, day or night, Masters has got you covered. Talk to Masters Indy today. Find out how well they can work for you. Masters Heating and Cooling. These are my guys. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com. Traffic on the 5s, amazing. Matt Bear, what's up?
Yeah, man, looking at the south side crash, westbound 465 before Man Road. 2 left lanes are blocked, and traffic is stopped back to I-69. South side still northbound 65, slowing after South Keystone Avenue onto the south split because of road construction. And a reminder, northbound 65 stays open from 465 to the south split this weekend. It was scheduled to close for road construction. That is not the case anymore. Northbound 65 open this weekend from 465 to the south split. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now with Dream Baths by B, get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1. Plus a free entry door in 24 months, same as cash with 0 interest. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
If you're pressed for time, the WIBC Mashup Podcast is your shortcut to the smartest, sharpest, and strangest moments on air. It's the best content from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Updated daily. Find the WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9379. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9379. That's 800-575-9379. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 110,425. Corsair MSRP 53,915. 3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
For the record. So write it down if you need to. The Wall Street Journal story on Donald Trump is completely insane. And you would quite literally have to be Anna Navarro on Abby Phillips' show on CNN to believe it. I don't think I could say it more clearly than that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. This was the shocking revelation from the Wall Street Journal yesterday. Insane, I tell you, that they want to claim, and here's the headline, Jeffrey Epstein's friend. Yeah, it's a Jeffrey Epstein story. But oh, wait. Jeffrey Epstein's friend sent him bawdy letters for a 50th birthday album. One was from Donald Trump. They are making the allegation that President Trump, some 20 some odd years ago, 22 years ago, sent a letter to Jeffrey Epstein that was typed. A typed letter with several lines of typewritten text that ends with happy birthday and may every day be another wonderful secret. That not only did he write this letter, but in the margins of the letter, he was drawing shapes to make it look like a woman's body. And he signed his name in a place where a certain part of a woman's body would be. This is their claim. This is their argument. President Trump immediately came out and said, this is not me. This is a fake thing. This is a fake Wall Street Journal story. I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It's not my language. It's not my words. I'm going to sue the Wall Street Journal just like I sued everyone else, which is just a great line. It's insane. To believe this is completely insane. You mean for 22 years and everything the political left has thrown at Donald Trump, this letter was just floating around and no one had it, no one found it, no one leaked it. They were just waiting for the right moment. Stop it. President Trump states on Truth Social that they knew about this story. And they said to Rupert Murdoch, owner of the Wall Street Journal, said, you don't want this. This story is not real. You know this story is not real. Don't print it. The Wall Street Journal printed a fake letter supposedly to Epstein. These are not my words, not the way I talk. Also, I don't draw pictures. I told Rupert Murdoch it was a scam, that he shouldn't print this fake story, but he did, and now I'm going to sue his blank off and that of his third-rate newspaper. Thank you for your attention to this matter. God, you gotta love thank you for your attention to this matter. That's so great. He also notes that the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch, quote, personally were warned directly by President Donald J. Trump that the supposed letter they printed by President Trump to Epstein was a fake, and if they print it, they will be sued. Mr. Murdoch stated that he would take care of it, but obviously did not have the power to do so. The editor of the Wall Street Journal, Emma Tucker, was told directly by Caroline Leavitt and by President Trump that the letter was a fake, but Emma Tucker didn't want to hear that. Instead, they are going with a false, malicious, and defamatory story anyway. President Trump will be suing. It was interesting to see the number of people who canceled their Wall Street Journal subscription yesterday. I have a subscription to the Wall Street Journal because I utilize stories here, right? Having a subscription does not mean I am supportive of things. It's a good question of whether or not you put that to the side now. This is insane. I'm a guy who wants the files released. I am glad that President Trump has come to the place where it's like, you know what, Pam Bondi, release what you can. Whatever the court allows to be released from the Epstein files, release them. Right. That should have been the whole thing from the damn beginning, Mr. President, and infuriated that you went down the road that you did. But I can do two things at once. I'm able to have two thoughts in my head. That's what grown-ups do. This letter nonsense, the story is insane. The Wall Street Journal looks insane. We often we often state as a fact, because it is, that the political left always overplays their hand. They do it every single time. They cannot stop themselves. They cannot help themselves. Even when they're winning, they just go to extremes, and because they can't stop. They love a camera. They love a microphone. They have to say the crazier things to get noticed. I wanted to know who was involved in abusing children. That's all I ever wanted to know, and I wanted them to have justice. Those kids, and I want those losers abusing children brought to justice. The political left just wants to destroy Trump. I want information. And what they've done here by posting this letter is quite literally blow it all up. One wonders if that's the purpose. No one is going to think anything regarding Epstein now is serious. Okay, the whole thing's become a clown show. Put it all to bed, which is what some people want. Not me. But this is going to go a long way in people just pushing this story to the side and saying, gosh, that was a nutty chapter. Everybody at the Wall Street Journal should be ashamed of who they are. Every single one of them. By the way, according to some sources, they're not showing people the letter. No, that's going to remain under wraps too. Sure. Totally believe you guys. Matt Bear, traffic, what's going on?
Southside crash, westbound 465 before Man Road. 2 left lanes are blocked, and traffic is stopped back to I-69 for a 25-minute delay. Also, northbound 65 slow from 465 to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, B-Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Most insurance accepted.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom-built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5, and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
Have recent storms caused
cause damage to your roofing or siding, Cochran Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home. From blown-offs to full replacements, Cochran Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good as new as fast as possible. Trust a company that was here before the storm and will be long after. For your free, no-obligation consultation, schedule today at CochranExteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. Cochran Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
At Puccini's, we think less screen time and more quality mealtime is the better way. Eat, talk, and dine with less blue light glaring or talking heads blaring while enjoying great food at a reasonable price is the Puccini's way. Dine in for hot, delicious food prepared fresh and to your liking. If you need anything, we're right there so you'll leave full and happy. We have delivery options and carryout, but let's start dining in together again the way we all used to enjoy so much.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-785-1155. That's 800-785-1155.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, multiple threats on the horizon for severe weather. Forecasters are talking about a timeline. The Indiana Fever have made a decision about Caitlin Clark's playing status for WNBA All-Star Weekend and what a religious coalition is doing to help cops this weekend. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
The House joins the Senate. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Approving in a late-night vote what's called a rescissions bill, canceling $9 billion in federal spending already approved. The DOJ had targeted as wasteful.
We're going to downsize the scope of government. Government is too large. It does too many things, and it does almost nothing well.
That's House Speaker Mike Johnson. Most of the funding was foreign aid. The rest was supposed to go to public broadcasting, as Republicans say PBS and NPR have a liberal bias. No Democrats supported the bill. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says it's an attack
on the public health of the American people, the national security of the American people, the public safety of the American people, and the ability of the American people to actually get information, particularly in rural America.
Now, today, Jeffries will meet with Zohran Mamdani in New York City, where the progressive is the Democratic nominee for mayor. But some in the party have yet to endorse him. President Trump calls Mamdani a communist. Back to the House, it also approved, with some Democrats joining Republicans, what's called the Genius Act. The Senate already approved it. It's related to crypto.
President Donald Trump is expected to sign this into law. That bill aims to regulate stable coins. Those are digital dollars backed by an asset like the U.S. dollar.
Fox Business Network's Lauren Simonetti says the House also approved another cryptocurrency regulation bill and
the bill to prevent the Federal Reserve from ever creating a central bank digital currency.
The Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking controversy keeps swirling, even as President Trump calls it a hoax perpetrated by Democrats.
It's not just Democrats demanding answers. After the Justice Department concluded there was no evidence of a client list, some Republicans and conservative influencers have called for a special counsel.
The president would not recommend a special prosecutor in the Epstein case. That's how he feels.
But Levitt says President Trump has directed Attorney General Pam Bondi to release any additional credible information discovered about the case.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. Some also don't believe the Justice Department conclusion that Epstein did commit suicide while awaiting trial. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The threats on the table about severe weather this weekend. You have a cloudy sky, but a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 71 degrees. Your high today, 85. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02.
There is quite a bit of uncertainty still with how things may evolve as well. If things do develop as we currently expect them to, we could have a fairly good chance for some damaging winds as we go through the day tomorrow.
Forecaster Joe Neal at the National Weather Service talking about a timeline. He says those damaging winds aren't all you'll face.
Heavy rain, certainly a concern. Localized flash flooding, especially considering that we've had multiple rounds of thunderstorms here in the last several days, and we expect thunderstorms to continue to be a threat over the weekend and into early next week.
And he says the best timeline for all this stuff to touch down in the Indy metro area is 1 to 7 tornadoes are possible tomorrow. Violence in Indy has been a problem all throughout this month with at least 15 people killed. John Herrick reports on a group trying to make it less of an issue.
Charles Harrison is a reverend at Barnes United Methodist Church in Indianapolis. On Thursday, he spoke at a news conference.
Our goal, as all of us come downtown on Saturday, is to help diffuse any potential conflicts so that the weekend downtown will be peaceful and a safe environment for all.
After a mass shooting 4th of July weekend in downtown Indy, Harrison spoke to his wife, and he said they both came away thinking that they could do more to help. The 10-Point Coalition's been patrolling areas in Indianapolis to reduce violence since 1999. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
As you probably know, the Indianapolis Fraternal Order Police President Rick Snyder has been outspoken about this and calling for prosecutors to hold their own in the courtroom, especially when it comes to holding violent criminals in check.
What does that say to any officer who we're now asking to come down to Indianapolis and risk their safety, their life if need be, when consistently they are met with resistance and a reluctance to enforce and uphold the laws of our city and our state? Something has got to change.
And he called out Ryan Mears, Marion County prosecutor, for not doing his job. You probably heard the Indiana Fever said that Caitlin Clark will miss the WNBA All-Star game because of a groin injury. This fan spoke to WIBC.
I mean, for me, it doesn't. I'm a fan of basketball, but I'm also working hospitality, so this weekend's fun for me either way. I mean, it's sad to see Caitlin out, but I think it's going to be fine either way.
And the All-Star game Saturday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. There's plenty of basketball going on in the capital city this weekend. Terry Stacy tells us about something you may not know about.
While the WNBA All-Stars are playing at Gainbridge this weekend, the basketball tournament regionals start on Saturday through the 23rd at Hinkle Fieldhouse, featuring alumni teams from Butler and IU.
TBT is a winner-take-all tournament for $1 million, featuring some of the best basketball players you're going to see anywhere in the world. You know, Butler fans and Indiana fans and all the folks in Indianapolis have been so great over the years to us. Matching these alumni teams with the historic arenas is really just a great experience.
That's TBT co-founder Dan Friel. TBHoops.com for tickets. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the fives. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside crash westbound 465 before Man Road. 2 left lanes are closed and traffic is jammed up back to I-69. Delay at 24 minutes. Southside northbound 65 slows from 465 into the south split. Delayed 4 minutes. East side northbound 465 slow at Penn Pike. Get a reminder that full closure of northbound 65 on the south side has been postponed. So northbound 65 will stay open this weekend from 465 to the south split, and that postponement due to the threat of bad weather. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Drew Narsutis, Wish TV meteorologist. From what I'm hearing, we're canceling things because of bad weather. What is this bad weather coming our way?
Yeah, I think the biggest concern for us tomorrow afternoon is going to be a big, wide push of storms in the afternoon, which could cause wind damage and plenty of flooding issues. And even beyond that, Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday, Wednesday, look like there could be a few isolated storms that cause just a lot of rain to fall all at once and could cause, at the very least, some nuisance flooding, if not a quick flash flood warning or two. We're not expecting any, widespread, really damaging flooding or river flooding to result in all this, but there certainly will be some very wet moments to your Saturday, Sunday, and the early parts of next week.
But anything that you're looking at like, hey, that could be really, really ugly, or just generalized ugly?
I don't think we're going to see anything out of this world severe this weekend, but it certainly will be some kind of just damp moments to the weekend. I think there's still going to be lots of fun going on here that you definitely don't want to cancel your plans for any sort of WNBA All-Star activities. But bring an umbrella if you can to the events that you are going to be going to, because you never know when you're going to need it.
That's Drew Narsutis with fine advice, and you should follow it. You should also follow Drew Narsutis. I don't know where you follow him on the social medias, but just start searching. Or follow him home. Or don't follow him home. I don't know. Should they follow you home?
Hey, if they want to help me rebuild my garden bed that got destroyed by some tree trimmers yesterday, then yeah, sure, follow me home.
Drew Narsutis, garden bed. You didn't have that on your bingo card. What'd they do? What happened to your garden bed?
The cherry picker guy just came in yesterday, and I guess the truck was too big that they needed to take down half of the fence and the garden bed in the property I'm renting. So it was a shock. Thankfully, I was my first year, and I stunk at gardening my first year, so there was just a zucchini plant and maybe a few other things that weren't doing so good. So, easy come, easy go, I suppose.
Oh, there's a whole bunch we just learned. That was a deep dive into the life of Drew Narsutis. I've got many questions. We'll get to them another time, though.
Yeah,
we're going to get to them.
We'll figure it
out.
I think 2 weeks from now I'm back in the morning shift. You can ask me then.
All right. Enjoy the zucchini. Zucchini is delicious. Zucchini bread, perfect. Fine food.
Good.
Right? Because that's what you're supposed to do with vegetables. Turn it into a dessert. Drew Narsutis, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate it. 68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:09. So Caitlin Clark is out of the WNBA All-Star game. Brutal. And it's not brutal for Indianapolis. People are still coming. They still spent their money. They're still going to enjoy. They're still going to fill restaurants and bars, hotels. I want them to have a great, great, great time. If you need any recommendations, first of all, welcome to Indianapolis. I'm Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I am actually the official welcome wagon of all of Indianapolis. Ask anybody in Indianapolis. They'll say, oh, has Tony said hello to you? Tony represents us all. Hold on. Is that what they say? Is that what they say? The answer is yes, they do. Secondly, if you need a restaurant recommendation, a food recommendation, call in 317-239-9393. Email Tony at TonyKatz.com. Get into the chat room on YouTube. We are live streaming, and the chat room is there. And you can be a part of it. Just go to 93 WIBC on the YouTube. Subscribe there, and boom, you can be part of the chat that is going on. The issue here is TV. It's horrible for them. It's horrible for the league. Certainly. There is a really interesting column. The IBJ has it via the Washington Post. And the column is, the WNBA officiating no longer is an annoyance. It's a threat to the game. The WNBA should change its logo to a bruise. Forget that little silhouette of a woman rising for a shot. Just use Caitlin Clark's arm or leg with a purple discoloration. It's more fitting. Or name your player. And also, the league's motto ought to be no call. The chronically lousy second-rate officiating has led to such a hard play uglification of the game that it has become the storyline of the season. This is really good because this tells actually a different story to the WNBA if they're listening. It's the story that people in Indiana have been saying, watching the abuse that Caitlin Clark has taken now in her second season. Do you want a league or not? This is the only question that has to be asked. If you want a league, you have to ensure that people aren't getting the living snot kicked out of themselves or out of each other. You have to call the penalty. You have to make it stop. You have to call the foul. We should use the proper parlance. You have to get the league to stop hating Caitlin Clark because she's white. You don't want to admit it? No one cares. You have to say the words, and you have to make it stop. Don't care what the ESPN commentators have to say. You have the opportunity to build something. You're now going to expand the league. People still, with Caitlin Clark, want to watch. Now, certainly with Sophie Cunningham, they want to watch. They want to give it a chance. Can you believe it? All these years, they want to give it a chance. Not every place is Indiana. We had Tamika Catchings. We had already given it a chance, and a bunch of us had said, you know what, kind of fun. The Indiana Fever had a base here long before Caitlin Clark. That should be understood, but not the WNBA, not at all. Does the WNBA want to be a league or not? And if so, start doing the damn job. Tell the people who have a problem with Caitlin Clark to go to hell, and tell the officials to call a foul. Not everything is a foul. But when you've got Caitlin Clark taking a knee to the abdomen, re-aggravating the groin injury, you saw it happen. When Sophie Cunningham is taking elbows to the face, I must admit, I don't know every penalty that has occurred upon Aaliyah Boston. Make it stop. And you can. You have to be willing to do it. But the first step in being willing to do it is saying, we want a league. And the second step is telling all of those haters at ESPN or anywhere out there that you're not staying true to the league. You only care about Caitlin Clark because she's white and pretty this, and tell them to go to hell, and make sure you're saying to 11-year-old girls who are showing up with their parents who will spend any amount of money to spend time with their kids, hey, welcome to the game. Don't forget to get your season tickets. Don't forget to buy a jersey. Oh, here's a hat. Ooh, don't forget to enjoy the popcorn at the stadium that we just sold out of 16,000 seats because Caitlin Clark came to town. What kind of business model is this? That's the question being asked over there from this columnist, Sally Jenkins. I don't know anything about Sally Jenkins, but the conversation, at least in this, in what I shared with you, is accurate. What kind of league do you want? Do you want one at all? I'm sorry she won't be in the All-Star game. It's terrible for the ratings, but Indianapolis is still going to make its cash, and for that, I thank you. Again, if we can help you with a restaurant pick or a bar pick or anything else, just ask. Cigar Lounge, we got you covered. Just ask. Call in 317-239-9393. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matt?
Southside crash westbound 465 before Man Road. It's on the left shoulder, causing a slowdown right now. Back to I-69. Two left lanes are blocked in this crash. Westbound 465 before Man Road. Again, slow back to I-69, delayed 3 minutes. Northbound 65, slow from South Keystone Avenue up to the South Split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16. Home sales activity, good, not great. So many homes have been properly marketed are sitting on the market. Hiring the wrong sales agent is going to cost you time. It's going to cost you money. You want to hire the expert who maximizes equity and sells fast. That expert is Mark Dietel. Perhaps you're worried about you need costly repairs or upgrades to your current home to be able to sell it. Mark Dietel The only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dito guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Kevin and Angela in Greenwood said the big home was too much and it was time for Dad to move into a maintenance-free community. But we needed cash from the home to fund the change. We reached out to the Mark Dietel team, who helped with the entire process from selling belongings to prepping the home for maximum value. We went on the market and sold for $5,000 over asking price in less than 7 days. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. That's Mark Dietel. Call today, 317-755-4232. Tell him Tony Katz sent you. Get all the details online at markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse is now open and ready to serve you. Whether you're buying jewelry or selling jewelry, PA Jewelers has got you covered. One-of-a-kind pieces, vintage pieces. Make an appointment, sit down with them in the buy room, and find out how you can get that special piece made just for you. Easy to get to in Brownsburg. See everything they have to offer in a no-pressure environment. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse, now open in Brownsburg. 317-456-4010. That's 456-4010. Or online at pajewelers.jewelry. pajewelers.jewelry.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-785-1155. That's 800-785-1155.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. 3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
The popcorn moment. Always a dream. You know, we've been doing this, I think, almost as long as I've been on the air here. We didn't start with this. It kind of morphed. But I would say it's been a decade of popcorn moments. And maybe we'll have another decade. I don't know. Maybe we'll have another 40 days. Who knows? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The popcorn moment. Let's go. There it is. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Many thanks to Booher Remodeling for making that happen. BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. I've got the story over there at at TonyKatz.com. The show sheet is up for you. It is there every single day. You should check it out for yourself. It is a dream, I tell you. TonyKatz.com. Stephen Colbert, it was announced, is leaving the show. Stephen Colbert, his last show is going to be in May of 2026. Now, that's not the story. That's how it came out. The story is about CBS. Listen.
Oh, hey, everybody. We got a great show for you tonight. Senator Adam Schiff was my guest. We harmonized on 7 Bridges Road. What a voice. I cried. But before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away. And I do want to say that the folks at CBS have been great partners. I'm so grateful to the Tiffany Network for giving me this chair and this beautiful theater to call home. And of course, I'm grateful to you, the audience, who have joined us.
He's grateful. I'm sure he is. It's been a tremendous amount of money and a 10-year run. CBS is walking away from late night. Now, we can have the discussion that many have had about how in the world do you expect late night to work when you're only interested in half of America. And everything you do is about attacking the other half of America. Not comedy, not smart observations or the smart quip, but attacking one group of people over and over and over again with the same voices every single time. His guest was Adam Schiff. No Republicans, no conservatives, no counter voice, and he made the entire thing political, just like Jimmy Kimmel, who told CBS to blank off. He's so mad. Jimmy Kimmel, it's all awful, and we know it. So you could argue it was indeed a ratings issue. CBS, it's saying it's a financial issue. Democrats, they want an investigation. I kid you not. Because, well, CBS has had to deal with lawsuits from Donald Trump, and maybe this is just more capitulation to the president. They actually want to investigate this. We want answers from CBS. You're taking away our sandbox, dang it. You're taking away our place to be able to say anything we want and let whatever lapping circus seals applaud for us. Late night's been dying anyway because, well, the world has changed. The way people consume the content has changed. We are done with the days of Johnny Carson. You don't need to go on The Tonight Show in order to start your career in comedy. That career started with 5 funny videos on YouTube. It didn't start in the comedy clubs. It started with, oh, dang, kind of response to whatever it is that was happening. And people are like, I'll give that 42 million likes. Oh, great, let's book him at our club as a headliner. Guy has no experience as a headliner, neither here nor there. You can argue it's because you attack half the country. You can argue that the moment has passed and late night doesn't serve the purpose in a world that has a ton of content that you can get anytime on demand. You can make that argument too. The Democrats' argument is Trump. And if that isn't the derangement, I don't know what is. We're losing our place, one of our places, to be able to scream bad things at Trump and have people applaud at us. To me, that's become the story even more than CBS throwing in the towel on late night altogether. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's going on?
East side northbound 465 slow from 70. up to East 56 and northbound 65 on the south side. Stop and go traffic from Keystone Avenue into the south split. And to let you know, I-65 is not going to close on the south side this weekend. Northbound 65 will remain open from 465 to the south split. It was supposed to be a construction closure, but the threat of rain has pushed that off. So northbound 65 will be open and good to go this weekend from 465 into the south split. Please be careful. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's producer Allison from the Hammer and Nigel Show. We have Jeff Boggs joining Nigel for Beer Sample Friday. So come hang with us at 3 o'clock right here on 93 WIBC.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
From marshmallow festivals to fireworks on the shore. No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. During Hubler's Freedom to Drive, shop any of our 13 locations and choose from Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and more. Over 2,000 vehicles. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles during our Freedom to Drive. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
From storm damage to deep root care, Ingle Dial Tree Experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit IngleDialTreeExperts.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A socialist sitting down with the leader of the Democrat Party. It's not raining in downtown Indianapolis, but we do have rain inside of Marion County moving in right now. It's raining at the Indy Airport, 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, a high of 84. We are brought to you by Window Nation. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:31.
The American people in 2024 rejected that agenda. They rejected that platform.
And that is RNC Chair Michael Whatley on Fox News a couple of minutes ago, talking about New York City Democratic mayoral candidate Zoran Mondami meeting with House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. Mondami won the Democratic mayoral primary after beating New York Mayor, or former Mayor, former governor, Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo is running as an independent in the general election alongside incumbent New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa. A bill that would claw back about $9 billion in spending moves to the White House after the House voted 216 to 213 to pass it Thursday night.
The bill passed largely along party lines. Two House Republicans voted against it, Representatives Mike Turner from Ohio and Brian Fitzpatrick from Pennsylvania. The bill claws back money, more than $1 billion in public broadcasting, $135 million for the World Health Organization, and millions more from other programs like climate initiatives abroad. The bill formalizes some of the cuts that DOJ made earlier this year. Democrats, though, argue the bill threatens lives around the world, cutting foreign aid. They also say it amounts to a geopolitical win for China and Russia, which they say will fill the void.
And that's Fox's Madeline Rivera reporting. Severe weather moving into Indianapolis later tonight.
We're going to have some spotty showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two this morning. If you happen to get under, a pocket of heavy rain, you could easily pick up a couple of tenths pretty quick.
And forecaster Joe Neal at the National Weather Service talking about what's happening right now, but he says Indianapolis will have some severe weather later tonight, but the most likely threat hitting tomorrow afternoon.
As we get later in the afternoon hours, especially in that 1 to 7 p.m. time frame, we're expecting some thunderstorms to initiate to our west and northwest and move into the area.
All modes of severe weather on the table for the 1 to 7 time frame tomorrow afternoon. Sometimes in life, you just need to laugh. Terry Stacy reports on an event where you can get plenty of it.
Thousands of people will be visiting Knox County this weekend for the Red Skelton Comedy Convention in Vincennes.
Red Skelton has always been so proud of his roots here at his hometown in Vincennes. We always try to center our comedy convention around Red's birthday. The theme of our convention this year is Clem Goes to Hooterville, focusing on rural comedy. And then we have a parade, of course, a parade of clowns on Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
That's Ann Pratt from the Red Skelton Museum, redskeltonmuseum.org. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com.
We've seen a lot of growth from last All-Star to this All-Star. Brands, activations, fans. Everything's growing. So hopefully we can just continue to sustain that growth.
And that is Indiana Fever guard Lexi Hall on the WNBA orange carpet last night, talking about this weekend's All-Star game in Indy. Lexi is not an All-Star, but she is pulling for Team Clark, even though its captain, Caitlin Clark, is out with a groin injury. The game is Saturday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Pacers forward Enrique Freeman powered Indiana past the New York Knicks, 91-88. In the Summer League in Vegas on Thursday with a double-double, 18 points, 10 boards.
Chad told us we need rebounding, so that's been my main thing, just get on that glass, and just be in the flow of the game, I always say when you treat the game right, it's going to treat you right, so just being a good player in the game.
And the Pacers back at it today in its final Summer League game in Vegas against the New Orleans Pelicans. Major League Baseball is back from the All-Star break. The Cubs and the Red Sox at Wrigley this afternoon. Later tonight, the Reds against the New York Mets on the road. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
South side, Ryan. It's northbound 65 slow from 465 up to the south split because of construction. And that stretch was supposed to close this weekend. It's not going to because of the threat of inclement weather. I'm talking about northbound 65 on the south side. You probably heard it was scheduled to close from 465 to the south, but it will stay open. That closure has been postponed because of the weather. Traffic sponsored by Ingledow Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledow Tree Experts. Keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen, where friendly folks can gather.
Today on the
and
Marketplace.
raise the
Oh, man, I missed my cue. Savagery, I tell you. Tony Katz. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. Honestly, it's waiting for you. That final paycheck you forgot about, that dividend you didn't know you were getting, that refund you didn't know was coming your way. It's with the Attorney General. The Attorney General's trying to get it to you. So help them out. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it or text my name, Tony, to 46220. Text Tony to 46220 and get your cash today. The Marketplace has cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, interesting stuff. I have bought stuff. I have sold stuff. I have done it all. Some of it I bring to you. And we let Matt Bear from the WIBC Traffic Center and producer Carl from the Conspiracy Corner with Carl podcast, now available on all podcast platforms. So you've got Matt Bear. If you keep doing that, I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm sorry. I have to set the standard. Sometimes you have to be tough but fair.
I'm going to take your plugs away.
You've got the Supporting Sobriety podcast with Matt Bear and Ryan Hedrick.
That's me.
And then you've got the Conspiracy Corner with Carl, all spelled with C's. That is now available at your podcast platform. I've got Eat, Drink, Smoke and Tony Katz in the Morning News and Tony Katz Today. So basically, I'm still ahead of them 3-2.
I like Eat, Drink, Smoke. I think it's a fantastic podcast.
It is. Thank you so very much. And I heard you have a podcast as well.
I only like it because of Fingers Malloy, but that's...
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. And Fingers says, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Actually,
very much.
he did a thing on the gas station, Chumley's. Is it Chumley's?
Gas station finds.
Yeah, a little while back, and I thought it was hilarious, and I learned something, too. So I think it's a fun podcast. I really do.
We're here for you. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the Marketplace now.
Yeah, whatever.
Right?
I'm
By
here.
the way, Carl, that's how it's done. You don't hype yourself up, you hype me up. You see, Matt's been around me a long time.
I just like the
knows.
podcast. That's all. I wasn't trying to hype anything up. I just thought it was fun.
So on the Marketplace, I found this, and it is a reminder, kids, not to do drugs. These, according to the listing, these are funky pancake frogs.
They're covered in butter.
What it is it's 3 frogs, right? It's got the eyes and little feet, and they're stacked on top of each other, and what looks like syrup dripping down the sides. Now, they're like a light brown, like a pancake color. They're not green, and then there's a pat of butter on top.
I mean, if frogs really look like this, I'd eat frogs. I mean,
Right.
they do look delicious. And the size of it, you're expecting like maybe a big paperweight or something. These are just the size of a few fingers. So
Right.
Kind of small.
It's like 3 fingers, 2.5 fingers in length. And according to the description, these guys are handmade with polymer clay, then hand painted by me, not me, meaning the person who put the ad up. Each item will be different, and that makes them unique for you. And it takes 2 to 4 days to have them ready and finally shipped out, and also available on Etsy. Matt Bear, what would you do with the stack of 3 Funky pancake frogs.
Oh, these frogs have this bejesus stoned out of them. I mean, you can tell by the eyes. They're dripping in butter and syrup. And okay, you said it was from Etsy, so this is somebody's business. This is somebody's livelihood, and I think that's really cool. And it makes me want to buy them even more. And they look really well done. I mean, as far as art, this is adorable. It's a conversation starter. You can put it on your desk. You can put it on your mantle. You can put it in your car, and people are going to be like, "Yeah, that's the pancake frog guy." Yeah.
If you're very into LSD induced art,
yes, absolutely. Have you ever licked the back of a toad?
I watched Family Guy, so I learned you don't do toad.
It's too late for me. I'm telling you.
Don't do toad.
Don't do toad.
I will admit to you, this is the kind of thing you think of after spending 3 or 4 days at a Grateful Dead concert.
Yeah, man, and that's okay. I mean, that's what Etsy's for.
That's what Etsy's for.
It's a reminder, But think about it. Look at this. She's going to make this fresh. This isn't like you're buying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle feet like you did yesterday. I mean, this is just like really homegrown, home-crafted Hoosierisms here. And I like it. I like delicious toads to eat
Are
in my
you
mouth.
in? These are frogs, not toads. There's a difference, racist.
Like an alligator crocodile. Who cares?
Secondly, are you in for $37?
I am so freaking in for $37.
Oh, wow.
You can make me a
Really?
frog. Make me a stoned frog. I want one right now.
These are polymer clay, not stone.
Oh, whatever. I'm saying the frogs look stoned, man.
You want polymer clay stoned frogs?
Now I'm getting greedy.
Yeah, well. Listen, these are from Lindsay's Designs.
Covered in butter.
We don't know Lindsay. Out of Greenfield.
She's covered in butter.
I want to know how many you sold, Lindsay. But, Matt, if you want them, you're going to have to buy them yourself because I'm not spending $37 on these.
Really? Oh, man.
Although, I would love to see these in, like sold by, breakfast places or sold by Sullivan Hardware and Garden, or Silver in the City. They should carry these.
Yeah. You could put
People
these.
would buy them.
Oh my Lord! You could put these on the table of an IHOP and as like a napkin holder. And people,
Lincoln Square should absolutely be offering up these funky pancake frogs.
Lincoln Square, Meridian and 10th. Let's go.
Right. So, I think there's opportunity here. It's just not mine for $37. That said, I think there's a market for the funky pancake frogs, and you can find them over at WIBC.com, where we have all of the marketplace finds listed, presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Another update is just minutes away.
The Supreme Court gives the Trump administration a green light to lay off nearly 1,400 workers.
Get education back to the states.
Hear the news.
WNBA All-Star Game is this weekend.
IMPD Chief Chris Bailey says officers are ready to implement proper safety measures.
You can control your behavior. I can't.
As events happen.
I would encourage everyone to come downtown. Just don't bring a gun with you.
On the level. On the go.
Gasoline prices have dropped 9 cents per gallon.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Conquering Exteriors. Don't wait to beautify your home. Beautify your home right now for the rest of the summer. It's a fresh, new look and increased home value from Conquering Exteriors. New siding from Conquering is the answer. James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles. Experienced pros at Conquering have all the choices and a lifetime workmanship warranty. Budgets to match your heart and home. Help your home find the fountain of roof. Call Conquering Exteriors for a free estimate. 317-ROOFING. 317-ROOFING, or visit CochraneExteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, save an extra 25% off all in-stock outdoor furniture. Sleep up to 10 degrees cooler and the lowest price guaranteed on every mattress. And save up to 50% off Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and lift chairs. Plus, we pay your sales tax and deliver it all for free. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
South side, northbound 65, stop and go traffic from 465 up to the south split because of road construction. Northbound 465 east side slow from 70 up to Penn Pike, and northbound 465 on the southeast side tight from 74 to Brookville Road. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:45.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
I've had my Window Nation windows installed for a couple of years now, and my air conditioner is no longer working overtime in the summer. These are the dog days of summer, but if your windows are old and drafty, time for some new Window Nation windows. Check it out. 50% off all window styles plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. All the details at windownation.com.
And when Window Nation comes out to your house, they are bringing the best of the best. A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and their staff, years of experience. And look, when we have a heat wave like we had recently, I think you understand how important it is to have good windows that keep the blistering hot out and your perfect climate inside. 50% off all window styles. Any style at all, 0 interest until 2030. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
We're halfway through July, which means the golf outing powered by Franciscan Health is just around the corner. Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Club in Franklin. Rally your crew for a day of huge drives, ice-cold drinks, and nonstop good vibes. This event sells out fast, so don't wait. Sign up now at 1075thefan.com.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Chris Hayes over at MSNBC is looking at the alleged letter President Trump sent to Jeffrey Epstein. Alleged letter. It drew a picture of a naked woman on it and wrote, "May every day be another wonderful secret." The Wall Street Journal putting this out. as if somehow it's a news story. It's nonsense. And Chris Hayes is like, wow, this is incriminating as hell. Sure it is. Sure it is. Some letter that supposedly has been around for 22 years just magically appeared with the Wall Street Journal yesterday. And you're like, oh, that's incriminating as can be. Sure it is.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. And if you think that's incriminating, as someone wrote, you should check out Ashley Biden's diary. Hee. Whoo. Oh, I could do this all day, people. All day. There was a story out of the UK that I thought worthy of your attention, because if you ever asked yourself, hey, what does it look like when a country is trying to implode? The United Kingdom, which is not so united and not so much a kingdom. They are discussing, Keir Starmer, he is the prime minister, introducing legislation that will lower the voting age from 18 to 16. Bank cards can be used as voter ID. This is what they're doing. It's saying, and from the deputy prime minister, quote, we cannot take our democracy for granted, and by protecting our elections from abuse and boosting participation, we will strengthen the foundations of our society for the future. They're done. Done. Finished. Complete. It's over. Through what they have allowed via immigration, they have destroyed their nation. You see the violence increasing in the country. You see a very fed up citizenry. And now you're going to let a 16-year-old vote? 16-year-olds don't know what they're doing. Sorry, guys. I know 16-year-olds listen. I'm not saying you're not good people. I'm saying no. As a matter of fact, if you have to be 21 to buy a gun, you should have to be 41 to vote. The vote is far more dangerous than any firearm ever. I'm not putting it in the hands of 16-year-olds. The UK is out of their mind. This is going to be broken. Now, Scotland and Wales, as is reported, they allow 16-year-olds to vote in some level of local elections. But now you're going to add 1.6 million impressionable teenagers to UK elections. It's over. We have made the argument that, and this is up to Prince William because King Charles is lost. By the way, President Trump is making a state visit to the UK to meet with King Charles again in September. He's going to be in Aberdeen and Turnberry and his golf course there, I think in August, and then he's going back in September. If Prince William wants to be King William, he'll probably get that chance. If he thinks his son is going to be king, he's out of his head. There's going to be nothing to be king of. It's over. Prince William has to save the island. He has to save the empire. He is the last chance. After that, it's over. And it's not just going to be this vote for 16-year-olds. There's going to be an entire Islamist conversation that other people are going to say is bigoted to talk about. But the facts are the facts, and the data is the data, and it is happening. Everybody sees it. Some people are too afraid to talk about it. There will be no country left. There will be no Great Britain. There will be no kingdom. By the way, the problem with this story is that people take these ideas and they come to the United States and say, ooh, we should allow this. Not a chance. You let a 16-year-old vote, you're out of your mind. 16-year-olds are children. We say 18-year-olds are adults. That's the line. That's it. We are not going to slide back. We're not giving 16-year-olds the vote. We're out of our minds if we do. And our job is to say to the 16-year-old, you're not ready for this. You're not adult enough for this. You're not qualified for this. But if the left wants to argue that 16-year-olds can vote, then a 16-year-old can own a gun and a 16-year-old can smoke a cigarette. And if you want to tell me no, you're going to have to make that case. But you're going to sound ridiculous when you try. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matty Boo?
All right, looking at northbound 65 south side, slow before South Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of road construction, delayed 6 minutes. On the east side, northbound 465 slow from 70 past Penn Pike. Inbound 69 slow roll off 106th Street down to 82nd. And on the northwest side, westbound 465 dragging out of Meridian 31 to ditch. Traffic sponsored by Ingledow Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledow Tree Experts keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit IngledowTreeExperts.com. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Are you struggling with bad feet? Hi, this is Phoebe, and at the Good Feet store, we hear a lot about foot, knee, hip, and back pain. I'd like you to hear what Kelsey, a kinesiologist, has to say about the Good Feet Arch Support System.
As an exercise specialist, I've seen all kinds of things that people try to put in their shoes to get out of pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that they support all 4 arches in the foot.
So, did you know you had 4 arches in each foot? Most shoes and inserts only support 1. Maybe that's the reason all the remedies you've tried in the past just didn't work.
When the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy, you're gonna feel better. Being able to move freely and out of pain means everything to me, and good movement starts with the feet.
We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood just off the 65. Learn more at goodfeet.com. Good Feet Arch Supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book an appointment for your free personalized fitting at goodfeet.com or just stop in. Walk-ins are welcome. Helping people live pain-free, 2 feet at a time.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through July 21st, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card for your business. Call and switch to Comcast Business today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Bill Estes Ford is your neighborhood truck dealer. And right now, during the Ford Summer Sales Event, we've got an amazing deal you won't want to miss. 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. That's 3 big zeros, which adds up to 0 excuses not to drive home in a new Ford today. Every day is truck day. Go anywhere, do anything in a new F-150, starting at just $46,295. Bill Estes Ford. Online at BillEstesFord.com.
Stock BFP 250444. Always see CP there for details.
What if one day could change the trajectory of your life? A sharpening of character, a challenge to grow deeper, stand stronger, and lead better in faith, family, and purpose. At the Life Church Men's Event on Saturday, August 2nd, you'll hear raw truth from men who've been through the fire. You'll worship, connect, and leave with more than inspiration. You'll leave with a battle plan. Show up, lean in, let God do the rest. Register at lifechurchin.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, all severe threats are on the table for this weekend. Forecasters talking about a timeline next. The head of the Indy FOP says He's fed up, and you shouldn't take it either. He had a press conference on Thursday, and a religious leader talking about what he's going to do to help cops after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
President Trump has 2 bills to sign. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
On this vote, the yeas are 216. The nays are 213.
That was just after midnight when House Republicans joined the Senate approving a rescissions bill, clawing back $9 billion in already approved federal funding DOJ targeted as wasteful. $1 billion of it takes money away from public broadcasting, as Republicans claim NPR and PBS are liberal biased. The rest of the canceled funding is foreign aid. All Democrats voted no. Hakeem Jeffries says that aid's important
to make sure that we're investing in development and diplomacy and democracy all across the world.
But when it comes to cryptocurrency, there was another vote that had some Democrats joining Republicans in support. Fox's Peter Ducey's at the White House.
More than 100 Democrats, including the Democratic leader in the House, Hakeem Jeffries, voted to pass the Genius Act last night. That's the one that establishes federal guardrails for U.S. dollar-pegged stable coins. There was also some Democratic support for the Clarity Act. That's the one that's going to regulate crypto in the U.S.
The president can also sign the Genius Act. It's already approved by the Senate. 2 other crypto bills the House passed have not yet. Now an update on the president's health.
Recent photographs of President Trump have shown swelling around his ankles, a condition that was examined by the White House physician.
And revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt reading the results from the president's doctor, who says bruising on President Trump's hand was caused from soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Stephen Colbert broke some news his audience didn't want to hear.
Before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show.
CBS calls it a financial decision. America's listening to
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Some rough weather is headed your way. It's dry in downtown Indianapolis right now, but rain in parts of Marion County this morning, including the airport. 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, a high of 84. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. Severe weather chances will increase tomorrow afternoon, and all threats are on the table, says forecaster Joe Neild, including tornadoes.
Certainly. The threat is fairly low for us, but with what we're expecting, which could be fairly well-organized linear complex of storms, those sorts of complexes tend to produce, quick little spin-ups.
And Neild says lightning is something that you'll want to watch out for as well.
The storm doesn't have to be severe to be dangerous with respect to lightning. I mean, any thunderstorm, by very definition, includes lightning. The thing that we always tell folks is when thunder roars, go indoors.
So it'll rain on and off all morning, but eventually the storms will push east before rain comes back into Indianapolis later tonight and sticks around through the weekend. Leaders in Indy are trying to prevent any more violence from happening, while the NBA All-Star Game and the Black Expo are here this weekend. Here's John Herrick.
The Indy 10-Point Coalition will be patrolling areas in Indy that are known to have bad actors, trying to stir up some trouble. At a news conference Thursday, 10-Point leader and Reverend Charles Harrison said,
"These patrol teams specialize in intervention and de-escalation.
They also work closely with IMPD to find the problem areas. IMPD Chief Chris Bailey says the coalition also sets a good example for troubled kids.
They need you to be a guiding light for them, to show them the right way to do things.
Harrison says anywhere from 40 to 70 people in the coalition will be out trying to do just that. Sean Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Calling out Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears is what Indy FOP President Rick Snyder did on Thursday at a news conference on Monument Circle.
Ryan Mears's Billy Badass posture that he does after the fact is wearing thin with our cops and with our victims.
Snyder, speaking to reporters, says Mears always gives violent criminals sweetheart deals, which allows them to reoffend. Fans reacting to the news that Caitlin Clark will miss the WNBA All-Star Weekend festivities.
Well, she's one of the main stars. She's the future of the WNBA right now, right? So it does suck for her hometown fan not to be there to support her fans and people like myself who traveled to come and see her and the other stars play.
So the Indiana Fever just announced that Lexi Hall will replace Caitlin Clark in the starry three-point shootout. That's happening tonight. The game, the WNBA All-Star Game, is on Saturday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5's. Good morning, Matt Bear.
All right, Ryan, looking at northbound 65 on the south side. That is stop-and-go traffic after 465 up to the south split because of construction. And you may have heard about a closure on the south side, northbound 65. That has been postponed because of the threat of bad weather. Northbound 65 was supposed to shut down tonight for the weekend from 465 to the south split. It will remain open throughout the weekend instead because of the weather. Northbound 465 east side, stop and go from 70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops. Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large big gulp drinks. Speed Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25 app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Drew Narsutis, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Yeah, we're hopefully starting to see the last of those raindrops in many communities. It's slow-moving, light drizzles, so it might take those east of Indianapolis still another hour or two, but downtown Indy, maybe about a half hour away from completely rain-free conditions. Sky's starting to brighten in the afternoon, a high temperature in the mid-80s, not too sticky of air in the forecast, and a light breeze out of the northeast at 5 to 10. We should stay dry tonight, but it's going to be tomorrow, and especially the afternoon. We could have a few scattered thunderstorms, the strongest of which may hold some damaging winds and, of course, the ability to cause a flash flood warning or two. Shouldn't be a complete, downer for the big weekend here with the WNBA All-Star Game going on. However, it will certainly be one where you're going to want an umbrella on hand, and you're going to want to keep looking at those weather apps. May I suggest the Wish TV weather app to make sure you don't get caught in one of those showers.
You can suggest it. That is allowable.
Yeah.
Suggest that right away. The Wish TV weather app. I didn't know you had a weather app.
Yeah, we try to push it occasionally. So, of course, I think you do have to legally disclose you own about 50% of it. But yeah, it's just a suggestion.
Oh no! Listen. The only thing that ever was said to me when I signed my deal with WIBC is that the plug hole and the payola stuff, that's real. You will get fired. There's not even a debate. So if I owned any part of the Wish TV weather app, I would be all about saying I own a piece of the Wish TV weather, because you can't mess that up. You're gone. Your whole career is over. So do you own any part of the Wish TV weather app?
Yeah, I own about -5%, unfortunately. I was aiming for 5, but I got about -5, so
yeah,
happens.
You got to work on that contract. Maybe an agent. Maybe an agent. Try that.
Sounds good.
Drew Narsutis, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate it. We've got 70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:08. So the WNBA All-Star Game is coming. This is the weekend. You've got that. You've got Indy Black Expo. Welcome to Indianapolis, everybody. My name is Tony Katz. I'll be your host. I want you to have a great time. I want you to enjoy every second of it. I want you to enjoy every single bit of it. I want you to spend your money, not have a problem, and then I want you to leave. I'm not trying to be rude. No issues, spend the money, get out. Honestly, what else could you want from a guest? I want to make you comfortable. I want to make you happy. I get you a bowl of soup, whatever it is, right? You're going to hang out for a couple days. That's great. And then, you got to, it's time to go. It's time to go. We'll miss you. Right there. But if you need any recommendations, restaurant recommendations, things to do recommendations, anything else, just call 317-239-9393. I will help you do it, or you can ask your question in the chat room as we live stream. Go to the YouTubes, as the kids say, and go to 93 WIBC and subscribe and get into the chat room, if you will. Rick Snyder, he is the president of the Indianapolis Fraternal Order of Police. Discussing the violence issues in Indianapolis, holding the press conference, saying we don't need as much discussion about a special policing district, but perhaps we need more discussion about a special prosecuting district that would allow the state to intervene and to have robust prosecutions, at least in a set area as it relates to our capital city. Only Ryan Mears thinks Ryan Mears is doing a good job. Everybody else understands that the Democrat who is the Marion County prosecutor, Ryan Mears, is doing a poor job. Hard to blame police sometimes when the prosecution doesn't take place for the crime that is committed. The unwillingness to do so. So Snyder is making an argument. How about a special prosecution district? This on the heels of Governor Mike Braun saying Indianapolis has got to get itself together, otherwise the state's going to come in. Last time the state discussed this, there was this letter from all the civic leaders saying, you stay out of the way of Indianapolis, state of Indiana. Who do you think you are? All those civic leaders were wrong. The civic leaders should have been saying, we don't need the state's intervention, but the city has to do better and we demand it. But the civic leaders don't do that. Names high on the buildings, and they don't speak out about anything. Now, some can call it cowardice. Some could call it a lack of caring. But when you only sign a letter and you only speak out when the state says we can't have this, we have to do something about this, that says a lot about where your priorities are and where your focus is. As long as you can get a deal from the city, you don't care. You're going to get the deals anyway. Stand up for the city. Do better for the city. We're listen, I would say we're begging, but we're not. We'll do it ourselves. That's always been the answer. We'll keep fighting it. Maybe what you should do is just stop being wrong about it. That would be just be a part of helping us. Help me help you. I think that's basically the Jerry Maguire system. That's what we need. We need to Jerry Maguire this thing. Help me help you, civic leaders or so-called civic leaders. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth, my fiduciary advisors. They treated me like family, man. So I entrusted my retirement with them, to them, and I'm thrilled, secure, even with my decision. Trajan Wealth's core philosophies, their foundation, is about low expenses, loyalty, smart tax management. These principles set Trajan apart from their competition. I saw the difference, and you will too. Call today and set your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Your first consultation is free, by the way. Maybe you have an old 401k with a previous employer just sitting around and collects dust, does you nothing. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth can make that 401k start making you money again. Call today to learn more, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com, 317-480-4040. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, east side, northbound 465. Stop and go traffic from 70 up to Penn Pike. And then northbound 65, still a little bit slow from Raymond Street up to the South Split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:15.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and nonstop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
So rescission passes. The $9 billion of rescission bills, this is about rescinding spending and bringing it back, that has passed the House, and it will be signed by the president today, and that will mean $1 billion out of the hands of NPR and PBS, and the answer is good. The CEO claiming that the funding cut would risk public safety. No part of this is true. Well, what about the rural areas? With all due respect, I don't listen to Congress now all of a sudden care about the rural areas. Nor do I believe that the rural areas are dependent on NPR. Not in today's world. Not in a world of so much technological advance. And certainly, there's no risk to safety when NPR has shown itself to be unwilling to engage in journalism. What they engage in is activism. The failure to cover the Hunter Biden laptop, that is an answer, a proof of the statement. What do you engage in? Don't you think it hurts the public safety when you don't give the full and complete story? Because it hurts the public safety when you don't give the full and complete story. The defunding is good, is smart. I, in every single way, support every part of it. I do not believe I own any Netflix stock. I don't believe I do. There could be something I'm invested in that has this as a part of it. I learned the other day that as I was going through some things and some changes that were made, I now own some Lilly stock. So I'm a full disclosure cat. I wasn't kidding about the plugola and the payola. You cannot talk about things that you've got a part of without letting it be known. That's messed up stuff. That is messed up stuff. So I do not believe I own any Netflix stock whatsoever. They beat revenue. They grew 16% in the second quarter. You mean not everybody who is going to have Netflix already has Netflix? It still has room for growth? Or is it people tried the other ones? They tried the Paramount, they tried the Peacock, this and that. They said, no, Netflix is enough. Did they make the decision to put an end to all this madness and all these streaming services and say, I'm going to go with one, maybe two, and it's going to be this. It's going to be the Netflix, it's going to be the Hulu. It's going to be the Netflix and the Amazon Prime. We're done. I wonder if that is it. Revenue of $11 billion for the second quarter. It's unbelievable. And it's why the whole industry of film has changed, movies has changed, television, all of it. And where the networks still don't have an answer. Network TV has no answer for this. Yet network TV has not died. It's like newspapers. They haven't died. They've trimmed, they've cut, they've become extremely focused, very often on very, very bad reporting and other issues. But it has not died completely. But I'm always amazed that there is still room for growth. The FDA is ending dozens of what are they're referring to as obsolete rules for food items, eliminating outdated food regulations that no longer serve the interest of American families. This, according to the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert Kennedy. They're going to be revoking 52 federal standards for a bunch of products: canned fruit, vegetables, dairy, baked goods, and macaroni products. I'm assuming that involves your kids' art on the fridge. Bakery, noodle, and macaroni products, canned fruit juices, fish, and shellfish. So the question is, what are the rules? Because the statement from the FDA commissioner is antiquated food standards are no longer serving to protect consumers. It is common sense to revoke them and move to a more judicious use of food standards and agency resources. So I'm trying to understand what the actual rules are. There's rules about what things are sweetened with, things like that, but I don't know what exactly the rule is. So I'm curious as to what it is that has been taken away, and does this open up access? Does it limit products from being on the shelves? Right? The headline doesn't answer enough questions, and the story, as I have it, still leaves me with a ton of questions. This though plays into a conversation we've been having about MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. The most underrated part of the Trump administration, and the one having maybe more wins than anybody else, sans the Department of Transportation under Sean Duffy. Sean Duffy, Transportation Secretary, has been the most impressive guy. Capable, earnest, handling the issues, not necessarily looking for the limelight, not looking for a camera every 4 seconds, but was absolutely correct about the failures of then Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, a guy who didn't know what he was doing, a smarmy fellow, talking about what the changes at Newark Airport. We had all these issues and all these delays, and these technology things weren't working, communication things weren't working. We have been working overtime. In June, they had the most on-time Newark they have ever had for the month of June. Ever. He's doing insane work. But what Maha is doing, the wins that they're having, the success that they're seeing, the support that they're getting, it's unbelievable. And we should be clear that for all the Trump talk, and you can say what you will, this is the stuff that is going to, you want to talk about legacy, real long-term lasting effects. No food dyes over here. No food dyes in dairy. We're changing. Coca-Cola is now going to be using real sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. Yes, it's absolutely going to screw with farmers, and we should be discussing this. If the amount of corn needed is being reduced, Indiana farmers, what's the plan? And they should be thinking about a plan. Absolutely, it's going to have an effect. We've seen stocks, companies, ADM, for example, losing share, stock prices going down the other day. Well, you're saying that they're not going to have the opportunities. But the successes, this is very, very, very real. And from term one, the legacy of Trump was Supreme Court. 3 justices, and he may get another 1 or 2 in this term. But this is the long-lasting stuff. Because Democrats aren't going to touch anything that's been done here. Vaccine stuff, maybe. But on the food stuff, secretly, they're all down with it. The moves are being applauded and appreciated. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 65 south side, slow Keystone to the south split. And by the way, that construction has been postponed because of weather. Northbound 65 was supposed to close this weekend from 465 up to the south split, but that has been canceled because of the threat of rain. Traffic sponsored by Ingledow Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledow Tree Experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Campaign finance reports are out. Stephen Whitmer from the Indy Reporter will be with us to tell us who might be trying to buy our politicians.
Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Power, you need it. But what do you do when you don't have it? What you do is you talk to Generator Supercenter, and you get yourself a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter, they're good people. The showroom is at 96 and 69. You can walk in and be like, hey, Tony Katz sent me, and I'd like to get all the information I can on a Generac automatic standby generator for my home. And they're going to be like, okay, tell us about your home. Tell us about your needs. Tell us about what you're looking to do. Is this about something, business related? Is this about safety for your family? Do you live in a place where if the storm comes through, you have a lot of power outages, and they can help you find the Generac automatic standby generator that's right for you. They'll come out to the house and show you how it's going to lay out, how it connects to the house, and how it kicks on when the power goes out. And the power goes out for all sorts of reasons. Yeah, we've got storms that are coming through just today. We can have in the winter ice on the power lines. Dear Lord, the grid is old. It could just go out on its own. And if you're not prepared, well, your family is not safe. But with Generator Supercenter and a Generac automatic standby generator for your home, you are prepared. 24-hour monitoring. They offer financing with low monthly payments. No matter what happens, your family, your business is going to be just fine. Talk to Generator Supercenter today. 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter. 827-0808.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, save an extra 25% off all in-stock outdoor furniture. Sleep up to 10 degrees cooler and the lowest price guaranteed on every mattress. And save up to 50% off Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and lift chairs. Plus, we pay your sales tax and deliver it all for free. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
When you're hiring,
Have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
From marshmallow festivals to fireworks on the shore. No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. During Hubler's Freedom to Drive, shop any of our 13 locations and choose from Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and more. Over 2,000 vehicles. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles during our Freedom to Drive. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
From storm damage to deep root care, Ingle-Dial Tree Experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit IngleDialTreeExperts.com.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What the U.S. government is doing to get back some of the money that they wasted. It's dry in downtown Indianapolis right now, but parts of Marion County are seeing some rain, including the airport. It's 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We're going up to 84. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
There's so much stuff in here that the American people didn't understand we're paying. We've got so much waste, fraud, and abuse.
And that is Republican Congressman Troy Downing from Montana speaking with Fox News about the recessions package.
The president ran on this, we all ran on this, and we absolutely need to be stewards of taxpayer dollars. And I think there's more to come.
And Democrats and 2 Republicans voted against the bill, arguing that it cuts funding for local news and education program and will lead to millions of preventable deaths around the world. President Trump is asking for the release of grand jury testimony in the case of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says the Justice Department is ready to ask a federal court to unseal grand jury transcripts in the Jeffrey Epstein case. President Trump called for the release, citing a, quote, ridiculous amount of publicity given to Epstein. The request falls short of what some congressional Republicans have called for, the release of all investigative files collected by the Justice Department and the FBI, not just the testimony presented in federal court. Some Trump supporters have raised questions about Epstein and his clients, causing a fracture among Trump's base. Bondi has previously pledged to reveal information, including a client list, but last week she said there wasn't one.
And that's Fox's Tanya J. Powers reporting. CBS says it's pulling the plug on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, calling it a financial decision. The network confirmed the show won't return for another season. The cancellation coming just days after Colbert denounced his parent company's $16 million lawsuit with President Trump. A 20-year-old in Indianapolis is charged with killing his roommate.
That man, Abdul Malik Banks, arrested recently and now facing murder charges for shooting and killing his roommate, 44-year-old Shanetta Small. The shooting happened on July 11th. IMPD officers responded to a home after Small called 911 saying Banks had attacked her. When officers arrived to the home, there was no answer from Small. They ended up going inside to find her dead in her bedroom from 2 gunshot wounds. Witnesses told investigators that an argument between Banks and Small had escalated when she spat and threw her own feces at Banks. He's currently being held at the Marion County Jail without bond. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And regionals for the basketball tournament get started on Saturday and run through July 23rd at Hinkle Fieldhouse. One of the tournament's co-founders, Dave Friel, says it is a $1 million take-all tournament featuring alumni teams from Butler and IU.
matching these alumni teams with the historic arenas is really just a great experience.
And go get tickets at tbhoops.com. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Within the last about 30 minutes, we learned that Lexi Hall will replace the injured Caitlin Clark in the WNBA three-point contest tonight. You probably already know that the All-Star game is in Indy. Fever forward Aaliyah Boston walking the orange carpet last night at a league event, talking about playing with Caitlin Clark.
Honestly, I think our connection just grew over time, especially from last year to this year. I know exactly where she wants the ball, where I need to be for her passes, and I think we just make it work.
And the Fever did confirm Thursday that Clark will miss the weekend's festivities, including the game on Saturday, during Thursday's NBA Summer League action in Vegas.
3-ball, deep one, nothing but net for Cam Jones.
On NBA TV, drafted by the Spurs and traded to the Pacers, Cam Jones dropped 21 for the team and handed out 11 assists in the Pacers' 91-88 win over the New York Knicks.
My wind's coming back a little bit more. That was the first game, man. Them first few up-downs was rough. You know, this is my first time going live, a few months, honestly. Just getting my wind back, getting back in shape, keep constantly adapting to, the Pacer way.
And the Pacers played the New Orleans Pelicans today to round out the Summer League schedule. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside is slow on northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue to the south split. That's because of road construction. East side, northbound 465 tightens up after 70 up to Pendleton Pike. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees? Is it still 70 degrees? Let's just say it is. 70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Dow futures up 58. NASDAQ futures are up 14. Oil prices right now up a little. Well, actually, more than a little. $68.92 on the West Texas crude. The Brent crude out of the oceans back over $70 a barrel. $70.74 is what's going on. I'm not sure why that is taking place. Don't like it at all. 10-year Treasury at 4.429. That is the number there. Is Trump going to fire Jerome Powell? I told you I'm 50-50. It hasn't changed. The hits he's throwing at Jerome Powell, too late Jerome Powell is what he calls him, for not lowering the interest rates. It's possible. It's possible. But the story about the renovation is a big story. The story about the renovation was about it's a project about the renovation of the Federal Reserve headquarters in D.C. And according to the sources, the amount of money that has been spent on the renovation is $2.5 billion. So that is approximately $700 million, according to Russ Vogt, who runs the OMB, the Office of Management and Budget. It's $700 million over budget. And I know what you're saying. It's $700 million over budget. That could have been a hotel in Carmel. I say that could have been a hotel in Carmel. See, that's what you needed. Right there. Also could have gone with, that could have been a hotel in Carmel. Could have gone with that as well. right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you think producer Carl can out sound effect me? Oh, honey. Pookie boo-boo. That is huge. Why does it take this much money to renovate a building? And this is getting utilized as a way of saying the financial mismanagement is way too much. I said the odds are 50-50 that Trump fires him. But I also said yesterday that what you get is if inflation should come back, if interest rates need do move up or there are other issues, Trump gets to blame Jerome Powell for the next 8 months. And that there's a political advantage and a realization that you just blame him. Blame Jerome Powell. Oh, yeah, the problem, not Jerome Powell. Problem, Jerome Powell. Why can't you fire him? I'm thinking about firing him. But he isn't firing him because there's a usefulness to him. So when I say I'm 50-50, you can make that argument all you wish. But in the end, Trump is Trump. And if he feels like he wants to, he just will. He'll just do it. He'll just say goodbye. And that is the end of that. So we'll keep an eye on it. What happens there? As for this this movement in oil prices, not thrilled. But the market doesn't care about anything. 44,768. Is that where it closed yesterday? That's a high, right? Another good week for Wall Street. Onward and upward, kitten. What else can I say? No one here is worried about housing. Everybody else is. No one here. Between housing and this Jerome Powell story, you'd think people would be more nervous. Doesn't look that way. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's hot out there. The weather's hot.
It's really hot.
But the headlines, they're even hotter.
Massive precision strikes.
This was about being clandestine and the nuclear capability of Iran.
The news of the day is heating up.
Things have gotten super hot out there.
Iran is run by homicidal maniac crazy people.
Stay cool.
Angry at the basketball gods.
Stay informed.
This isn't the way that it was supposed to go down.
Stay with 93 WIBC.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth, my fiduciary advisors. They treated me like family, man. So I entrusted my retirement with them, to them, and I'm thrilled, secure, even with my decision. Trajan Wealth's core philosophies, their foundation, is about low expenses, loyalty, smart tax management. These principles set Trajan apart from their competition. I saw the difference, and you will too. Call today and set your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Your first consultation is free, by the way. Maybe you have an old 401k with a previous employer just sitting around and collects dust, does you nothing. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth can make that 401k start making you money again. Call today to learn more, 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. 317-480-4040. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
For just a moment, imagine life without joint pain. Erase the constant ache in your knees, hips, or shoulders. Imagine moving with ease, unafraid of that next jolt of pain. At QC Kinetics, we believe your health is your greatest investment, and we're here to help you regain it. Our advanced regenerative therapies revitalize damaged joint tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's not just about relieving pain. It's about restoring your freedom and confidence. Imagine golfing, hiking, or just walking without hesitation. Imagine waking up every morning without pain holding you back. With QC Kinetics, you can turn those dreams into reality by investing in something priceless, your health. Find out if you're a viable candidate by requesting a free consultation today. Call 463-842-1361. What's your health worth to you? If it's worth a free call and consultation, here's the number: 463-842-1361. 463-842-1361.
At Kingdom Roofing Systems, they do more than just roofing. They believe in honoring those who've served. Kingdom Roofing Systems proudly participates in the Roof Deployment Project, which provides a brand new roof to a deserving U.S. veteran or active duty service member, absolutely free. You can help give back to those who have given so much. If you or someone you know has served, owns their home, and is in need of a new roof, apply today at kingdomroofingsystems.com/RDP. Kingdom Roofing Systems, building roofs, honoring heroes.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
South side northbound 65 slow before Raymond into the south split because of road construction. And on the west side, crash Washington Street east of Warman reported as a pedestrian struck. Traffic sponsored by Ingle Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care. Ingle Tree Experts, keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
Politics, punchlines, and pure WIBC. The Mashup Podcast pulls the day's best moments from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, Hammer and Nigel, and drops them in one place. New episodes each weekday. Search WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
Bill Estes Ford is your neighborhood truck dealer. And right now, during the Ford Summer Sales Event, we've got an amazing deal you won't want to miss. 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. That's 3 big zeros, which adds up to 0 excuses not to drive home in a new Ford today. Every day is truck day. Go anywhere, do anything in a new F-150, starting at just $46,295. Bill Estes Ford, online at BillEstesFord.com.
Stock BFP 250444 OEC. See dealer for details.
Good Lord. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here's how we play. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. It's the 70s. It's crime, it's cop, it's procedural. You know what I'll do? I'll phone a friend. And I'll phone Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. Matt Bear, what is this television theme song?
That's Cops, Indy Nights, Tony.
Is there a Cops Indy Nights?
Should be.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. The chat room has a couple of good options, a couple good choices there. Is this the theme to Barnaby Jones? Wow! Chat room! Look at you! My God, Barnaby Jones! Ladies and gentlemen, this has now become the show you go to when you want to say, even I'm not that old. Barnaby Jones was what years was this? 1973 to 1980.
Ran a long time.
Yep. And Barnaby Jones starred Buddy Ebsen. And you know Buddy Ebsen from Beverly Hillbillies. He was Jed Clampett. That's him. So, you know, the learning that takes place right here on this program, nobody else compares. Absolutely, nobody else compares. That's how good. That's how good we are. On Tony Katz today, we'll have more of this story regarding CBS and the ending of their late night programming and what it means. And I also will have this insanity for you that I haven't even shared with you yet. This took place on CNN with guest Torre, the purposefully anti-intellectual, making the claim that Trump, maybe he didn't get shot.
About his house, so I thought that was a
win. That's really important. He supposedly got shot in the ear. We never heard from his doctors on that.
You say supposedly?
When did we hear from his doctors? When did we hear from his doctors?
Hold on. If y'all stop screaming at the table, maybe I can actually respond.
Supposedly.
Hold on.
Supposedly.
Okay.
That's where we are now.
Hold on a second. Teray, he was shot in the ear.
Thank you for clearing that up.
All right.
But we didn't hear from the doctors. We would always hear from his doctors.
Did we hear from his doctors? Did we hear from his doctors?
Is this really
Scott,
your argument?
I mean, Scott, did we hear from his doctors?
I mean, all I know is I went to the Republican National Convention and he had a bandage on his ear.
Now we're making the argument that Trump never got shot. Abby Phillip, you must understand by now that you did this. You had all the opportunity and you ruined it. You blew it. My God, this is all your fault. I'm going to say it again. Scott Jennings, you had a great run. It's time for you to do something else. This thing will only drag you down. You cannot fight this insanity. Stop. It's just dumb. It's not intellectual. It's dumb. So don't be around it. I share it because, my gosh, this is what they played to an audience, and there's an audience that wants to eat that up. Trump didn't really get shot. The doctors didn't come out and say anything, and usually the doctors come out. You saw it happen. A man died. And this is what's considered intellectual from the left. The guy's not an intellectual. The guy is looking more and more like Squidward every single day, but it's not intellectual. It is an obscenity. It is obscene. You don't have to have that kind of show. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. And yet they do. CNN is like, this is the future. This is the future for them. They don't want to win. Which brings us back to the whole story about CBS. There's so much more here than it's just them ending Stephen Colbert's show. There's so much more to it. And the thing nobody's talking about, and the reason I think that Jimmy Kimmel came out screaming and cursing and doing the whole thing, what happens when this is the dominoes? This starts the dominoes falling. What's the point of late night television? It had a point. That point is over. What is the argument? Well, I have a theory. I have a philosophy. I will share that with you. But this is much bigger than Colbert his show coming to an end, which is not his call. It's the call of CBS. They have decided to end it. And I was very happy to see that Department of Homeland Security, is going to be ending $18 million worth of taxpayer grants. The grants designated by the Biden administration put money towards groups that are ideologically driven, promoting DEI and LGBTQ agendas. It's not the role of government. You want to support one of those terrible, awful agendas, you go right ahead. And you're like, oh, so you don't like black people, you don't like gay people. Didn't say that at all. I don't like the agendas of things that are propaganda-based and politically based and not based on people. LGBTQ is not about people. It's a political movement. DEI is about destroying people's lives. It's about purposeful, wanton bigotry. Of course I don't support those things. Why would anybody else? Do you know how daft you have to be? You would literally have to be the former chair of the board at Newfields, the museum, to support this kind of nonsense. No rational person supports DEI. No rational person would support the LGBTQ agenda. And the L, the G, and the B should seriously be dropping the T. These people are bad for you. Spill the tea. Just spill it overboard. You need your own tea party, and the tea goes bye-bye. Gosh, you'd be so much better off. But now you're just, as it is, you're screwed by this pseudo-intellectual political agenda that doesn't help you a damn bit. I'll get into more of it on Tony Katz today at noon. Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, looking at the west side, Tony crash. It is Washington Street east of Warman, reported as a pedestrian struck. And northbound 65 wide open right now through the construction zone. Key